Hello people, one more for today, because the wonderful things he does. We want to see the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Oh, I should really not take acid, it's not good for me. Anyway, right, I get quite a few comments from people that are feeling physically like absolute shit. And they, well, some of them, not all of them, but some of them, including me, are feeling a bit worried about that and wonder what the heck is going on. So I'm doing this video basically to tell you all what I think it is, and I could be completely wrong, but well. So what I reckon is happening is that all of us souled people, and animals by the way too, because I've noticed it in my cats and I've noticed it in nature when I'm out and about, we are all collectively going through a healing crisis. Okay, so imagine that you have taken shitloads of drugs, drank loads of alcohol, smoked loads of fags. Oh, hold on, I have. Oh, never mind. Right, and then you stop doing all of that and you start fasting and you start drinking clean drinking water, you know, as in you don't drink the tap water. Don't drink the tap water, people. I don't touch it with a barge bowl. I mean, just to interject, because if you really wanted to mind control the population and fuck with them in every possible way, how would you do that? You would do that through the air that they breathe and the water that they drink, right? So do not drink tap water, seriously people. I get my water delivered from up Dartmoor. It's a borehole. I know the guy, I know everything about where that water comes from, well, sort of. You know, it's not got lithium in, and it's not got shitloads of antidepressants in, and it's not got mind-altering God knows what else in it. Anyway, so you stop doing that, right? You start clearing out your body, and basically your body is almost in shock, because it's like, whoa, it's Tuesday, 11 o'clock, I should be getting loads of cocaine now. And I should be getting loads of tar and nicotine and formaldehyde now. And where's that heroin, and where's all that ecstasy, and where's all that alcohol, and where's all that negative energy, and where's all that hate and rage and this and that, right? Your body, as well as your energy, as well as your mind, is addicted to poison. So when you start to withhold that poison through cleaner living, cleaner thinking, cleaner feeling, it starts to, you know, this is a natural reaction. Your body starts to clear itself out. And of course it is the, in a way, external manifestation of the internal healing crisis as well. Because your body is clearing itself out, but your energetic being, your energetic body is clearing itself out. Your mind is clearing itself out as well. So what happens then is that you start to feel pretty shit. Some symptoms, I made a list because, you know, because memory loss is one of the symptoms, so I had to make a list. Headaches. Lots of headaches for a lot of people. This, I believe, has to do with the pineal glands being cleansed. People talk about the calcified pineal gland. Now, I don't know if it's calcified, but something has been, you know, all around it. Muck. That's, the people in Yorkshire like that word a lot, and I call it that as well. Muck. Loads of muck around your pineal gland, which is slowly but surely being removed. The body is chucking it out. So headaches, a lot of people get sore teeth and gums, very common, because again, sore teeth and gums are often an outward manifestation of self-attack and self-hatred and self-punishment and rage, loss of rage, because as we go through life we store up a lot of rage and that gets purged out. So often that affects our teeth and our gums. Insomnia. Hello, pleased to meet you. My name is Insomnia Brown. Oh boy, it's awful, because there you are, you feel like shit, you're really depressed, and instead of being able to get away from it all by getting to sleep, no, you have to sit there and endure it for 24 hours out of the, right, because you can't sleep. It's awful, but there we are. You see, there is a lot of, another way, yeah, right, you can look at it, is this. Life, living, existence is fueled by adrenaline. You ever noticed that? It's all adrenaline based. So when you go through the healing crisis, that has to be normalized, that has to be harmonized. So you may find that you have trouble getting to sleep because you're lying in bed and your mind's going tick, 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 and you get these waves of adrenaline. Or you can find that you do fall asleep, but you wake up at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning and you're like, ping! You know, it's awful, I know. Fibromyalgia. Wow. Everything hurts, everything hurts. You know, like every bone in your body, every muscle in your body, every tendon in your body fucking hurts 24/7, and sometimes you can't even fucking walk. I know that one, I've got it. Exhaustion. Well, yeah, insomnia, exhaustion, they're like best friends. But even, funnily enough, when you get loads of sleep or enough sleep, you're still exhausted because your body is purging out vast quantities of really toxic, nasty fucking poison. The proverbial millstone around your neck that stops you from really being able to manifest, reset, is being mined up, brought up from your subconscious where it has lain suppressed. Oh, I'm fine, everything's fine, yeah, right, right, you know what I mean. So, as that happens, you feel utterly exhausted. You think to yourself, but I've had plenty of sleep, I eat right, I only drink clean drinking water, and I sing myself lullabies and tell myself stories, so why do I feel like this? Confusion. You know, confusion, man. You know, you get that, remember I've talked about this before, the fugue mind states. It's like, oh, you feel like somebody's removed your brain and put cotton wool in its stead, and you're like, I mean, wow, it's scary. It's weird. Memory loss. Why am I doing this? Who are you? Rage. Yeah, we've talked about this. Depression, anxiety. Again, as you awaken more and more and more and more and more, you begin to see more and more what's really been going on. You see what kind of fucking world you live in. You see that everything that is good, pure, beautiful is always under attack and always being destroyed, and it's seemingly getting worse because the whole world is going through a healing crisis, and it gets worse before it gets better. But it doesn't look that way, right? It looks as if evil's winning on all fronts and if we're all fucking doomed. So depression, anxiety, and then crying. I mean, I spend so much time crying that I'm surprised I'm being desiccated, actually, that I'm mummified, like, because you cry and cry and cry because of all that repressed shit. You know, I used to have a friend years ago who just couldn't cry. It was like, no, I just couldn't do it. And then awakening happens and poof, couldn't stop crying. I mean, I've cried a lot, and I think crying is very good, it's very cleansing, so if you feel like crying, then let it out. But you see, of course, if you're a man, you feel silly, because boys don't cry, a nice little fucking oppression program there. And of course, when you're in the company of other people, you're at work, you're in social situations, you're here, you're there, you know, we're all living on top of each other all the time, and we feel watched over in a negative sort of way by other people because they put that into our head, like, everybody's watching you and what will they think? Well, find space and time for yourself to be as much as you can, right? But if you're in a social situation and you can't, and you just feel the tears coming up and you can't help it because you've seen something or something has come up and you feel it, do you know what? Fucking hell, people, just be real, be raw, be real, be authentic. You need to cry, cry. You need to shout, shout. You need to scream, scream. And just call it what it is. And if people have a problem with that, who cares? Let them have a problem with it. You don't have a problem with it. You don't have to. You can do all that, be all that, and find that actually it works out just fine. Everybody forgets about it and moves on. It doesn't really matter. And for those of people who are sold, they'll be there and it will help them. Believe me, it will. It will show them that it's all right to be real, that it's all right to be raw, and they will start to be able to do that. So you're actually providing a service. There you go, see? So that's it. All these things happen. It's a healing crisis. It's our avatar, our world, which isn't real. The body isn't real, actually, not really. It's just an avatar in a video game, right? In a computer game. That's all it is. But you know, it's all going through a massive healing crisis of. So you can go for hours. Like this morning, I did a video, posted it, then started feeling like absolute shit, and for about 4 hours I just had to literally just be here at home with it and just be with it and acknowledge this is what's coming up, this is how I'm feeling, because I got a lot of ladybird medicine going on, totem medicine, animal medicine. I'm really into that, I love it, it's brilliant. And ladybirds showed up. I was walking on the beach last week, and it's February, so it's really not ladybird time at all. And yet I looked down, I felt this compulsion to look down, and I did, and there was a little ladybird in the water. So I rescued her, and she went all the way up my arm, sat here for ages, and then by the time I emerged from the beach and there were plants and trees and grass, she flew off. And I asked a friend of mine about what that might mean. And she said, well, you know that little rhyme, children's rhyme, ladybird, ladybird, fly away home, your house is on fire, your children will burn. Which I really didn't want to hear. It was like, oh no, not again. Because you look up ladybird and it's always about good luck and the manifestation of your dreams. Well, this is all true, but everything that gets in the way of us manifesting heaven on earth, paradise, beauty, goodness, abundance, prosperity, joy, bliss, good health, radiant youth, fuck knows, all of that, beauty and goodness, everything that gets in the way of that has to be alchemized. It isn't a case of it just being purged out, because where would it go? It's all energy or electricity or something, right? It simply transformed into power. It's transformed into pure raw power, and that is then stored, I believe, until the time where we are ready to really self-actualize and achieve reset or something. I mean, maybe it will happen by degrees, maybe it will happen poof, maybe it will happen in different ways for different people. I have no idea, we shall see. But you see, the healing crisis is all about that, basically. And so yes, we feel like shit, and I've said this before, yes, we feel like shit, but it feels like shit, but it is good really. But sometimes just hearing that just isn't enough, and you're really going through it, and you've got the fear going on saying, oh, you're really sick, you're gonna die, you're gonna end up in hospital, they're gonna poison you, you know, or all kinds of weird shit going on, and it gets really surreal, you know. But it is a healing crisis, people, and yeah, mine has taken 3.5 years so far, non-stop pretty much. And there are times where the mind, the feeders, you know, they say, oh, see, there is nothing because there's no tangible evidence that you've achieved anything. But, you know, that isn't entirely true, because internally, consciousness-wise, I've come on in leaps and bounds, believe me. A lot has happened, and all of it very, very good. you know, and other good things, littler things have happened in the field as well, you know, intuition. I think it's a matter of taking all that poison within us, purging it up, and then harmonizing it, transforming it, alchemizing it into something that will help us to achieve reset. Because this is no small thing. This is a very, very big thing. Achieving reset is very big. And I do believe that it requires a great deal of power. So I think that is what's being done there. So anyway, people, if you have headaches, sore teeth and gums, insomnia, fibromyalgia, why do they always have to give it these names? I mean, they generally name it after a doctor or something. So is there a guy out there called Stephen Fibromyalgia? Pleased to meet you. I mean, really? What the fuck? Exhaustion, confusion, memory loss, rage, depression, anxiety, crying. I want my mummy. Then that's all par for the course. It truly is. I've been going through it. I've had all of these, and then I've had quite a few more. The list is virtually endless. And yeah, sometimes all we can do is bear with it. And this is why I said what I said before. It's like, hey guys, you know, let's share of our experiences in a truthful and open way, with integrity and genuine loving humility. And also, let's help each other out a bit, you know. Like one of my subscribers really helped me out yesterday by leaving this wonderful comment, and it really helped me, and it still cheers me up today. It doesn't have to be much, and we can't do the walking for each other, but we can be there for each other, you know. We can understand, because we're all going through it. So, you know, let's love ourselves, and let's love other people that are souled and that we know are going through it, and also animals and nature. Be kind, be loving, be compassionate, people. Remember, love protects, fear attracts. Shit. Toodaloo, people.